Our first episode of the Grain Talk Show is your VIP ticket to the cafe banter you didn't know you needed. We'll be serving you cups brimming with love, joy, and a whole bowl of conversation. Join us today for a quick and quirky rendezvous that's a perfect blend of wit and warmth, brewing in the heart of your favorite cafe, where the grain of truth meets the joy of conversation. Joining us today to sprinkle some nutritional magic and a dash of flavor to our podcast palette is the dietitian extraordinaire, Mrs. Gunisha Khurana. Encouraging us all to eat well and making healthy eating exciting. Gunisha, it's such a pleasure to have you with us today.
Shruti, it is such an honor to be here today because, firstly, I'm one of the first guests on the Grain Talk Show. And also, it is so important to discover these various platforms on which even we can get our message out there, for everyone listening. And there's always something that people will take away from this.
Awesome. So let the fun begin, guys. So, Gunisha, you were the pioneer of creating health and nutrition awareness way back in 2006.
Yeah.
When I think this was not even a thing. Like today, everybody is so much aware and there's so much of knowledge. But way back then, there was just zero knowledge. And what really, really inspired you, to start with this journey of health and diets? So what's your story like?
So, Shruti, this has been such a personal journey for me because after my first child, like I'd just come back from Australia, and after my first baby, I put on about 25 kilos. And, when you know how important looks are, and especially in our Indian society and everything, and that time, I used to feel so lost. I used to go to the gym, I used to exercise, I was eating right. I was doing everything that you could think of, and I was still not losing weight. So this led me to discover diet plans and nutrition plans. And suddenly this whole new world of, food opened up for me, where I was like, oh my God, food is of so much importance. It changed my entire body. I went on to lose about 25 kgs after my first son. And then I started studying nutrition. And I remember my first clinic that I opened was at home.
Yes,
Like
we
I
remember.
started in my dining room, and we used to have these eight
round
chairs
table, the
around
round
these.
table.
So for 8 years, I was giving diet plans out of my dining room. It was a disturbance for the family and everything, but I had major support from each and every family member. And you can't do it. You can't work at home without the support.
Without
My
the
kids were really small, so I couldn't venture out and get a place. But then eventually, when the kids grew up, and then I started my clinic. So, nutrition and wellness has been so personal to me because it's the magic of food and how just changing your plate, changing your eating patterns, or making a good routine for yourself can add so much difference to your body, to your system, or the way you look, even the way you feel. I mean, people only think of food or diet plans in terms of changing their looks.
Their looks.
But actually, it actually changes your mental well being as well. Like you feel such positive energy towards your own body. It doesn't have to do with other people, it has to
feel
do
good.
with how you feel.
Absolutely.
So that just opened up a whole Pandora's box for me. And I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is what I want to share. This is what I want to give back to society, that just by changing your eating patterns, there's so much that can change in your body.
Amazing. What a
Yeah.
journey. I mean, remember
And
the
actually, my
entire
journey started in 2005 with Adil's, post Adil. But then it went on, and I kept studying more, and I kept discovering more, and I kept getting more professional. I kept improving my systems.
And so much of courses I believe you took.
Yeah, exactly. And I make it a point to do one nutrition course every year. And I also have a diploma in autoimmune research. So I'm also a certified autoimmune coach.
Wow, we are
Because-
we have a very educated and a very,
Yeah.
very, very impressive person sitting next to us. And I've also observed, and I've also been one of your clients, and I know how well how well you motivate us and how well you speak about nutrition, making it also look so simple and exciting.
Yeah, because I feel it's really important to make the other person understand that why are you eating what you're eating, and why am I giving it to you?
Correct.
It's not just a piece of paper with a diet plan written on it. It has to be reason.
Yes.
That why are we telling you to have that antioxidant water in the morning, or why am I telling you to have coconut water? So I try and give every client that logic and that reasoning behind what I give them.
Gunisha, given the stressful lifestyle everyone is accustomed to these days, how do you influence your clients to have a healthy mental setup? I mean, considering losing weight today is as much a mental struggle as a physical one. You know,
100%.
it's not
100%.
it's not a cakewalk. So, can we talk about the importance of a happy mind? Because I think today people don't realize a question that are they actually building happiness along with building a good physique, along with building a good body? Are they actually happy? Because personally, I think I've seen a lot of people who might have had the greatest of physiques and but they're rather miserable. I mean, they're not happy. So what is the thing that, what's your take on a happy mind and the importance of mental well-being?
Yeah, so if you look at the definition that the World Health Organization provides, the definition of being healthy is having a good social, physical, and mental well being, and not just the mere absence of disease. You know how we define wellness. So it is not just that you're not sick, so you're healthy.
You're healthy,
It is
right.
also a mixture of physical, social, and mental well being.
Correct.
Mental wellness is very important because you have to understand if you are stressed, first of all, what is stress? Stress is just the inability to manage your life. 50% is the management of your life and your lifestyle and getting the produce. And then the other 50% is your motivation and the fire in you to follow that healthy lifestyle. So I always tell them it's your journey. You know, everyone has their own journey in life. It's at our own pace. Even with weight loss, even with going to the gym, even with professionalism.
Because there's always a comparison. Oh, she lost this much weight. And
100%. Even when husband and wives come to me together, the wife, even if she's losing at a good considerable
Yes. Yes.
time, she will still be upset that he's lost
so much more,
weight
yes,
than me.
yes.
And imagine you're not even happy seeing your real sister lose more than you. Like weight loss is so personal.
So personal,
And such
absolutely.
a vengeance comes into you that
Yes.
why am I not
Yeah,
losing
because
the weight?
it is as much a mental struggle, I feel, as it is a
100%.
physical
but,
one.
But also understand this, that you are putting these pressures, it is self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted, absolutely.
Have patience.
Have patience.
It takes time.
Actually, patience
for your
is the
body to
key.
change.
Yes.
You don't need to rush. You don't need to be at a place where what is not meant for you. What is meant for you will come to you eventually. So just enjoy your life, enjoy and have gratitude.
The power of manifestation and the power of negative
And you know,
thinking.
I'm a big believer in
In
a power of
manifestation, yes,
manifestation.
yes.
Big believer in giving, positive vibrations to the universe. And your mind is like a television transmitter tower. You can actually, manifest whatever you set your mind to. Be it a good body, be it a good routine, be it your health, be it finances. So start small. Don't set such big targets that
goals,
you
yeah.
can't achieve. Body's
Actually, the
running you.
problem is only this, that everybody sets huge targets.
Yes.
Once they're not achieved, then comes depression, then
Yeah.
comes comparisons, and then it's the whole lot
And
of
you
mess.
forget the only race you're running is against you
You
yourself.
own yourself.
There is no one else applauding you or clapping and waiting at the finishing line. It is your life and your journey. So take it step by step. That's
Take
all
it
I would
step
say.
by step, guys. Take it step by step.
Small steps.
Moving on to our next question. Okay, Gunisha, these days we often find people spending hours and hours in the gym. I mean, they're overtraining, they're involved in mindless working out. Yet they may not enjoy the perfect mental and physical health. I mean, they may not be having the best of general health. Don't you think today we need to bring awareness also to a little holistic training, holistic working out, instead of just doing it randomly and just being a part of the rat race?
No, a very interesting question actually, because this has been put in our minds that the more I work out or the more I exercise, the more I will lose. That is the general persona that people have around working out. First of all, I would really like to put it out there that, preventive testing is very important. So, say you're joining an exercise program or you're going to the gym. Have you even thought about what your vitamin D3 perimeters look like? Have you thought about what your calcium perimeters look like? You're going out there, you're training so hard, you're getting on the treadmill, you're picking up weights. But at least first know the fragility of your bones. Do you know your bone density? No, you don't. People are just going out there. People who are suffering from hormonal imbalances like thyroid, PCOS. Nobody tells them that, the adrenal glands are in stress. You don't need to work hard. You need to work smarter.
Smart.
So you need more blood flow to the organs. You need more oxygen around the body. You need to improve the metabolism by doing yoga or getting more peace within your body so that the body starts to heal. It's not about hardcore working out. It's not about blindfoldedly listening to your trainer. It has to be a balance.
And so many times I've seen the trainers are not even well trained. I mean, they're just like, they're not scientifically trained. They're physically trained.
See, how
but
many
they're not-
times do you go and you check that if your trainer is a AC certified trainer? Exercise is very important. Movement is very beautiful. Sitting on a chair is now compared to the new smoking.
the
Like
new
it's
smoking,
that
yes.
toxic for you. So working out, physical movement is key to a healthy, life, but there are other factors involved as well.
Yeah.
So you have to take your health holistically. Like you said, holistic health. When you combine sleep, nutrition, movement, that is when
The
a
combo,
whole package
the
of
whole
holistic health
package.
starts. And that is what we encourage people now to look at. If I'm not in a good mental state, no matter how much I exercise, if the cortisol is getting released, it's not going to do.
the result is not gonna
Yeah,
come.
it's not going to give you that result.
So exactly, that is what I feel. So how we can basically train our metabolism to work for us?
Yeah.
So how can
So
we
basically,
train
what
it?
is metabolism? Now, people define metabolism in different ways. So basically, metabolism is the chemical that converts your food into energy, correct? Every person I meet out there says, "Oh, I can't lose weight.
I have a
have a
sluggish
slow
metabolism." Yeah.
You don't define your metabolism. Metabolism is not sluggish. You can do things to change your metabolism, but just for simple things.
I mean, there's some people who say, "Oh, my metabolism, it just works for me. I can just eat anything."
Eat
And
whatever.
So it suddenly comes to metabolism.
Yeah.
Oh, it works for me.
Metabolism and genetics. I'm a strong believer that genes are very important.
Genes are so
because,
important,
Yeah,
yes.
when an overweight person is fighting a battle, you need to look around you. You're fighting generations of genes and what has been carried on. Generational fat, as I would put it.
Generational fat.
Because
guys.
see your mom, see your masi, see your buas, see your father.
So the problem areas, I mean, they're also running in the genes.
And it was very sad out at that time. Though our mothers and our nannies and our dadis were 100 times fitter, than us, and they had more stamina.
More stamina.
I mean, if you think about it, look at the kind of staminas that women have these days. They're exhausted.
Most of the time.
50% of our generation is
Look
exhausted.
at the teen. The teens are exhausted.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And because, I attended a very interesting seminar in Australia. So it was by Dr. Libby Weaver, and I actually put up a post about it. And she talks about the rushing woman syndrome. Because in our
Russian
daily
woman
lives now, we are just rushing. What are we doing? It's either flight or fight response.
Yes.
We wake up in the morning and we're like, oh my God, I got to do this. Why? Because you put on so much on yourself to achieve, to accomplish, to be overachievers. You understand? So we just like, I need to rush. I need to go here. And the main thing, like I told you, food is fuel. What are you doing? Did you plan your meal for the day? No, I didn't. What did you
comes so
eat? What was
naturally, okay.
available?
Whatever.
I had a butter toast and coffee for breakfast. That's not going to do any good to your insulin spike. That's not going to give you mental health at the end of the day. People are not eating all day. I eat my first meal at 4. And people actually are proud of it. That, I don't eat anything all day. I start eating at 4. That's nothing to be proud of. You had to plan your meals. Plan your fuel and rest everything falls
Will fall
into
into
place.
place.
100% I can vouch for this.
So Gunisha, I'm going to move on to my next segment, which is personal, and I wanted to speak about it like really bad. So as a health professional, what's your perception of vegetarianism and spirituality? Like I am extremely fond of non-veg food, but from a spiritual point of view, I've started to feel that, I'm eating a dead animal and I'm attracting negative energy, So I'm thinking about karma, I'm thinking about negative energy. How do you feel about veganism and vegetarianism vis-a-vis spirituality? Also, many people have a perception that, okay, if I'm a vegetarian and I'll end up eating more carbs, so let me continue this journey of being a non-vegetarian. And also again, then so many vegetarian people out there are going to say that, okay, I'm a vegetarian, I have no source of protein. So I'm sure you have a lot of vegetarian clients. So how do you make sure that the protein content is good enough? And so I want to talk about this.
Let's break it down. First, let's start with the protein, the hype around protein.
The hype around protein, yeah.
Every person that I meet always focuses on protein for weight loss. And protein has been so hyped up over the years, honestly. Of course, the body needs more protein. But trust me, nobody has ever had a protein deficiency in the history of wellness.
Right.
So it is overhyped.
Overhyped.
Yes, but what do you need with protein? Nobody talks about fiber. A well known fact about protein is not even properly absorbed or digested in the body without enough fiber to support it. So no matter how much protein that you think you're consuming or you're going for these protein shakes and stuff, I know I'm going to get a lot of grief about it. But they're natural proteins that are available in the Indian diet. So when we were doing Luke Coutinho's integrative workshop, they used to stress a lot about on sattu, and I discovered
That's sattu atta.
yeah, sattu is actually
Chane ka na?
yeah, it's actually a powder that even, in the heaty places or workers who work really hard and, just one spoon has about 20 grams of protein and which is absorbable protein. And that is key to creating wellness or balancing the insulin spikes. And basically, end of the day, when you're trying to lose weight, it's all about balancing your insulin. That is a magic hormone that you need to balance.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to spirituality or your take or you giving up non-veg because of what you're feeling, that is so personal. Your food has very little to do with spirituality. Yeah, they say, oh, onions
What
are
you're
heaty,
eating is what
garlic
you're
is
feeling,
heaty,
yes.
chicken is heaty,
Yeah.
whatever. But I feel that what is the environment that you eat your food isn't more important.
Is also very important, yes.
It's not about the onion, garlic, and the chicken. If you're eating in stress and you're eating in a rush, that is toxic.
That's also going to bring about all the
So
toxicity.
focus on not what you eat, focus on the environment.
So they say the vibration of the food.
100% vibration of food, vibration of water. In certain practices, they also say put bhajans in your kitchen
Yes.
while cooking your food so that vibration is real.
It's all positive. And
100% vibration is real. I totally believe in it.
so they also say that, you can just infuse your water with a lot of positive energy.
100%.
Just by keeping it.
Body is going to absorb what you give it. It's such a simple being.
Yeah. And it's all energy
Don't
everywhere.
make it so complicated.
Complicated, yes.
Giving up chicken, giving up fish should be a very personal journey and it cannot be generalized. And like I told you, combination of food, step 1, which is correct on the plate, your gut's ability to assimilate or break down that food or absorb that food. Number 2.
And the vibration.
Including, and the vibration and the pace at what you eat your food. Again, the rushing woman syndrome. I'm carrying a roll, eating it in the car. That's not, you can eat the healthiest thing in the world.
Enjoy your bite. Take it in nicely.
And don't
feel
underestimate
gratitude.
the power of vegetarian protein.
Yes.
Even vegetables, fruits have protein in them.
Yes. Gunisha, now let's talk about sleep deprivation, how important sleep is and how empty scrolling on social media has become such a thing. Like, personally, I'm also so guilty of binge watching and being on the phone at night and compromising my sleep hours. I think most of us do that. What's your take on sleep and sleep deprivation today?
I mean, sleep is one of the most underrated wellness tools in the industry these days. You could be eating right, you could be exercising all you want, but if you're not sleeping right. So understand what is the process of sleeping. So when you sleep, the body is actually repairing, rebuilding all the free radical damage that has been done to your cells. I have clients, currently teenagers coming in who are actually ordering high carb like burgers and stuff at 12:30.
Yes.
Which is such a sad thing. I see this generation, I
my
get
kids
worried.
do that, yeah.
I get worried about that. When you're eating at 11:30 or 12, what are you doing to your body? Understand the process. So growth hormone and melatonin is coming in. And when you're eating, they see insulin in your bloodstream. Now, what do they do with this insulin? They gather all this insulin up and they say, oh, your job is not to be in the bloodstream. You were supposed to leave 2 hours ago. So they pack it all and they store it in the liver. And that's how liver fatty starts. So I would really, really put it out there that, say by 11:30, put your phones on charger away from your bed. Like, that is a very important step that I've learned how to do. And these are the tiny steps of lifestyle change that nutritionists talk about.
And that's what they've started saying, that, okay, at least 45 minutes before you snooze, you just keep your phone away so that, you're not
101%.
stimulated. There's not so much of stimulation around
Even
you.
watching disturbing materials on screen, eating a heavy meal, it all boils down to that. And trust me, if you're not sleeping well, What are you doing? In the morning, you wake up, you're groggy, you're tired, grumpy. The body needs this. They don't call it beauty sleep for nothing.
Right.
So, sleep, number one rating. Yes. I would even rate it after food. I mean, I would rate sleep as the number one factor
As
for
a
your
priority.
wellness. As a priority. Yes.
Also, Gunisha, now I want to highlight the excessive and overwhelming knowledge that is available regarding fat loss on social media. I mean, it's everywhere. There's so many fitness influencers. There's so much of data, around fitness.
I know.
And which, everyone can be very gullible, and, it gets overbearing that what to follow. Okay, someone is saying, okay, have a good brekkie. Someone is saying, okay, go,
intermittent fasting.
intermittent fasting.
Yes,
So, there's so much of material. There's fat diets.
Yes.
What is your take on excessive knowledge that is available, which might not be helping also?
So again, step one, I would really give you this direction. First, get to know your body.
Your body.
Get to know. Each body is different. The Indian age-old wisdom of eating simple. Again, the message with food is always keep it simple. You get the knowledge from social media. Someone saying have this water. Someone is saying have this detox tea. You take that along your ride and you see what suits you. As health professionals, nutritionists, fitness enthusiasts, we have this responsibility. If you see my content, I will never ever put out something, oh, this is it. It'll always be a general wellness tip. If you feel my gut is full of toxins and I'm feeling so acidic and I'm feeling bloated all the time, I wouldn't recommend a hardcore practice. I would say first just start with a simple step of warm water in the morning, very holistically and very lightly.
Yeah. Gunisha, I'm aware that a lot of youth follows you. So definitely I was wanting to talk to you about this topic, this segment, which is addiction. I think people today are easily getting addicted to substance abuse, be it alcohol, be it vaping, smoking, and whatnot. Everything is out there. Today's youth is crazily and massively into vaping, right? Also, I want to talk about this thing for sure, that how, we all are conditioned to use alcohol to prove that, we are having fun. Have you ever noticed, we are also guilty of this, that how once we are on a vacation, we'll definitely hold a champagne, post it, put it out there on IG. But we don't really realize that, what is behind that picture. Why are we really there and what is the purpose of our vacation? We're just trying to put it out there and just making it very fancy looking.
Or glamorizing
and glamorizing it. We don't think that, are we there to enjoy the sunset? Are we there to, spend time with the people we love, or are we there just for that champagne? So, we all have been so conditioned that we can't have fun without a drink in our hand or without probably a vape in our hand. So what is your take on the glamorization of alcohol in particular and substance abuse in general? Like everything is out there.
See, Shruti, when you go to a party and you're having a drink so what are you doing? Basically, you're numbing your senses, correct? That is why most people drink alcohol, is that they've been so stressed or they're thinking about something or even to enjoy. So what does alcohol do? It basically numbs your brain sensors. You're not feeling 100%. You're not present 100%.
Yes.
A lot of us get up in the morning, we don't even remember half the night. Honestly. It's all about numbing your senses. And when you're there at a party and you're not going to enjoy, I think moderation is key here.
Yes.
Okay, that drink gives you pleasure, enjoy it. But in moderation. And then peer pressure, a big thing. I
wanted to focus on this, because my prior concern is the youth. So I think we all are grown up enough and we know what is right, we know what is wrong, where to draw the line. And if to consume something for fun, for pleasure, fair enough. But I wanted to focus on the youth that, there's so much of peer pressure and, their desire of being acceptable amongst their own gang.
Come on, how many 18, 19-year-olds do we know that you go to a party, you're not drinking and your friends give you crap about it? They are going to talk about it and say, oh, you're not having a good time. Don't come to my party next time if you don't want to drink. How many times have we done it? Everyone. We're all guilty of it.
Yeah.
So it's the society as a whole. There is no acceptance. And that comes from you putting up a step first. And if one friend says, no, I do not want to drink today, say
So you
it's
should
fine,
respect
and
it.
I respect that.
I think alcohol is the only, substance that if you're not doing it, you have to sound as if you're guilty, and if you're like, you have to
Yeah.
explain why not.
And yesterday, I just had this lovely young girl. She's been coming to me for ages. And we had this conversation about alcohol and vaping. So she's addicted to vaping. And,
And it's disturbing to see.
I was like, why do parents think that they actually vape in front of their parents and it's fine. You're doing hookah in front of your parents and your family members and it's fine. But you can't hold a cigarette. That's tobacco. Centuries say even the Raja Maharajas are smoking tobacco and everything. But now suddenly hookahs and vaping is okay to do in front of your parents and your elders. Okay, it doesn't have those 5,000 chemicals, but it does have 2,500 chemicals.
Right.
And it is man-made. Yes. And contrary to what people believe, vaping does have nicotine.
Yes.
And nicotine is an instant dopamine rush. And it is addictive. It is very addictive.
That dopamine rush is going to come, and that's why the youth, even if they're studying, I've seen so many kids. The other day I was just crossing a road and I saw he must be younger than my son also, who's 13. So the face was so raw, and I saw that kid holding a vape, and it just broke my heart.
Nobody will look at you twice if you're holding a vape even on Instagram.
Yes.
Because suddenly you've made it all right.
Yes.
Suddenly we've made it okay to inhale this toxic
please,
chemical.
a message for the youth.
Yes,
that
definitely. It does affect your hormonal imbalance. Over 50% of the young girls who visit the clinic have PCOS and PCOD and are suffering from thyroid or some form of hormonal imbalance. And smoking, vaping, drinking alcohol, yes, don't give me grief, but it does affect your hormones. It does. And there is no denying it or hiding behind this veil. It's just going to affect your body 100%.
Gunisha, my last question to you is that in what way has guiding others towards wellness and, making them aware influenced your own personal growth and understanding of holistic health? How it has influenced you as a person? And how would you define a fit person?
I look at my work as meditation. Like when I'm working, even you may have experienced this, that when you're working with 100% passion or you're doing something which is 100% talks to your soul, it's so meditative. You get lost. A person so when I'm talking to someone or I'm guiding them, or I feel that they're so lost in the world of nutrition, they don't know what to eat or they're not up to it, and they can make these tiny changes. It's so meditative for me to talk to someone and counsel them. So I've had people come in who are so, informed. They're very intelligent women who come in and then take a plan or talk to me or about the daily habits, and I'm guiding them as well. And I'm also guiding people who have no clue about nutrition. Like this is the first time that they've stepped into a nutritionist office.
So that must be hard, Now you must be taking for granted कि इनको ये तो पता ही होगा, ये.
So that's why what
it must be really a challenge to
that's
start
what we
from
do.
scratch.
When a client comes to me for a diet plan, so I tell them, okay, whatever you've done in the past, when you walk in here, sit down, calm your mind, forgive your body, say your body, I forgive you, and I want to now start this new journey where I actually learn. So whenever people leave me or they leave the diet plan, the best feedback that I get or I think I could get from them is
you taught us
how to eat.
Yes.
Not eat.
Yes.
We are not there as nutritionists to say, do not eat this. Like,
right.
I feel when someone says, oh, I want to eat a potato so bad, I'll be like, why not? Have a meal and have your methi aloo. Put a potato in case you want to. It gives you joy for that particular day. In winters, in Punjab, we have sarson ka saag, makki roti. If that's your pleasure, there is no calorie counting saying, oh my God, I can't eat a stuffed roti for breakfast, I design a plan very holistically.
Yeah, you give us
keeping
all.
in mind.
You give us all. Yeah.
So there's a teacher, I have a lot of teachers coming in and their jobs, our jobs are not even 1/4 the tedious, the kind of routines teachers have.
Crazy, yeah.
They wake up at 6, 7, they have their kids' tiffins, they have their own tiffins. And for a teacher,
and back
when
to back,
she
they need to
does a diet plan, I give hats off. that they can have so much discipline that they actually pack 3 tiffins and take with them.
Right.
So I try and make it easier for them, I'll teach them that at night you prep these 3 things and I can work on these lines for you.
Right.
Number 2 is also like we spoke, Abhi, avocados, edamame, availability of produce. Say I'm living in a city like Amritsar, and of course I don't want to spend $300 for an avocado for breakfast. Of course it's good for me once in a while, amazing.
Yes.
But if I don't have that availability, we will provide options.
Right.
Again, coming back to the Indian kitchen itself is a very wise kitchen. There's a reason why we added haldi,
it's a
ghee or
scientific
tel,
kitchen.
or haldi, black pepper together. Why did you make that concoction? Because actually turmeric has a curcumin, which is released when good fat and black pepper are added to it. And that is anti-inflammatory for the body. Why is Indian diet so rich in ginger and garlic? So I love to give Indian homemade, home-cooked, simple meal plans
Simple meals,
that are so close to our heart. I love doing that. I want to be with you one-on-one.
Yes.
I want to listen what you have to say. And a person can walk into my office, they can be very comfortable, sit down and tell me, I did not like what you gave me yesterday.
Right.
I feel like, again, weight loss is a journey where, you know how people say, oh, I get demotivated. So basically that motivation, I can bring you to the path. That motivation is within you.
Yes.
You have to find your calling, that if I am motivated to, change my body, change my life, she is only guiding me with my fuel on how to do it. And
Then
don't
I
take
have
this stress about diet plan. I don't even call it diet plans.
Yeah.
I call them meal planning.
Yeah.
I don't even call it dieting. I just say you're planning your meal.
Planning
You're anyway
your
going to
meal.
eat your lunch. So let me help you plan
Right.
what you're going to have for lunch.
Right.
Make it simple.
No, Gunisha, your diets are brilliant.
Thank
Again,
you.
not diets. Your meal plans
Meal
are brilliant.
plans.
We all have seen how you curate. I mean, it's like a curation.
True.
That's what I wanted
Very
to
true.
bring on the table. That yes, it's so personal. I mean, hats off. Hats
And
off.
you can get your cravings. I mean, who says you can't eat a pizza? Who says you don't have a bowl of ramen or you can't have noodles on a diet? I feel moderation is key. And I also teach my clients this. 80% eat for your body, 20% eat for your soul.
Yes.
Enjoy
it.
the journey.
Yeah. Enjoy the journey. Yes, so important.
Very important.
Very important. Gunisha, brace yourself.
Oh my God, I'm scared of this.
So this is going to be the next Coffee with Khuranas. Huh?
Okay.
Moving on, get ready for some lightning fast and fun questions. Up next is our This or That segment. So buckle up, Gunisha. We are expecting some quick
No,
and
first
witty.
tell me, am I going to get a hamper and then I'll
Yes,
answer?
yes, you will. You will.
Like
You
a
will get a
grain-
hamper. I'll not show
I
you
want
the
like
hamper.
a amazing Gucci grain hamper.
Gucci X grain. So, number one, you have to be quick, huh?
I have to be very honest also.
You have to
no
be honest.
explanations. hai na?
No explanations.
Just speak.
You can just give expressions,
Okay.
but no explanation.
Okay,
So
done.
expressions, yes, but no explanation. Number one, be quick. Okay? Aura or eat well?
Aura.
Smart. India or Australia?
India now.
Okay, online consult or clinic visits?
Oh, hands down, clinic visits.
Clinic visits.
Love meeting people personally.
Okay. Exploring new cuisines or ghar ka khana?
Ghar ka khana, any day. Love it.
Kadak chai or green tea? I think I know the answer.
Kadak chai on a nice winter evening with adrak and some elaichi.
Oh, great. Gym or yoga?
Yoga, any day. Love it.
Party person or stay at home? Gunisha.
Stay at home after the party.
Okay. Beach vacation or a meditative retreat?
Oh my God, my meditative retreat was transformative. So any day, a meditative
You'll
retreat.
choose that?
Yes, love it.
Pizza or rajma chawal?
Pizza when loaded with lots of vegetables. Home rajma chawal with lots of vegetables. Key is
Again,
vegetable.
the key is vegetables. So the dietitian doesn't get out of Gunisha, yeah. So, okay, the last one. Grain talk show or coffee with Karan?
You think I'm going to be invited on Coffee with Karan? I'll leave right now. The Grain Talk Show was amazing.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
for having me
Gunisha.
here.
Thank you so much. You know,
It's been so much fun and it's so good to, actually sit down and talk about things that really matter. Like actually from the heart. I wouldn't even get across in a consult in a clinic.
Right.
I think so many things have come out, and
Yes.
I hope that people can take a message from this, or they get to know me better.
It was so engaging, and
Yeah.
we got some amazing knowledge through the segment. And it means the world to me that you were the first one.
It means
to
the world
be-
that you invited me first. It really felt so profound for me.
Thank
It
you,
did.
Gunisha. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shruti.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for engaging in the Grain Talk Show. Stay tuned, stay fueled for the next episode. See you all. Lots of love.